feladtak a pulzusok, meg a vérnyomás, ez nem jó. Ez két baráti ország, mindig is kedveltük egymást. Horvátország a magyaroknak a szívében egy sajátos helyen van, 800 év közös történelem, szóval vannak viták, ezeket lehet rendezni, nem szabad eszkalálni a konfliktus, úgyhogy abban maradtunk, hogy hűtsük a kedélyeket. It was interesting. Even more, it was exciting. It was not empty at all, because it has some intellectual content. It's not always the case, but it has today. It was not a meeting for making decisions, because decisions planned to be made in October, very end of the October in the official plenary meeting of the Prime Ministers. It was rather a kind of intellectual and political preparation of the important decisions. So therefore it was, you know, full of content of real ideas. So it was very exciting.
Did you feel that your colleagues listened to your ideas about?
Not really, not really. you know, they are convinced that they are right. You know, they have a war plan. They have a plan how to beat the Russians. Many of these countries were never occupied by the Russians. Yeah, so they don't have physical, personal experience. What does it mean to have a war with Russia? They were never occupied by the Russians. We were for 40 years, you know. So we know what is at the stake. But those guys who were never under the supervision of the Russians has an appetite to beat the Russians on the front line. We know what the war machine of Russia looks like. We don't like the idea. So we have a peace plan, but the others has rather a war plan. And that confrontation happened, how we think about the situation, how the war plan makers are thinking about the situation, so the views are very far away from each other.
Hogyan látja a következő hónapokat a tárgyalásnak?
Nyomás lesz, tehát talán a svéd miniszterelnök mondta, hogy nyomás alá kell helyezni Magyarországot, amit én nem értek, mert miért kellene bárkit nyomás alá helyezni? Hát van 27 tagállam, tagok vagyunk. Ők akarnak valamit, mi meg nem. Jogunk van ahhoz, hogy ezt megakadályozzuk. Meg fogjuk akadályozni. Hiába helyeznek bennünket nyomás alá. Egész egyszerűen arról van szó, hogy a magyarok nem akarnak egy integrációs formában lenni az ukránokkal. Se a NATO-ba, se az Unióba. Tehát én azokkal a magyarokkal értek egyet, akik azt mondják, hogy segítsünk Ukrajnának, kössünk velük megállapodást, adjuk meg, amit meg tudunk nekik adni, de semmiképpen ne kössük össze a sorsunkat az ukránokkal. Miért kellene a magyaroknak a sorsát összekötni az ukránokkal, akik elvesztették a területük 1/5-ét, háborúban vannak, azt se tudjuk, hol vannak a keleti határaik, és folyamatosan egy veszélyes helyzetben vannak, ami nem szép, nem kellemes dolog, én megértem őket. De miért kellene tagsági viszonnyal összekötni a magyarok sorsát az ukránokkal, mikor ez veszélyes nekünk, ebből nekünk csak bajunk van, mi csak veszítünk. Ez nem jó.
Miniszterelnök úr, a lengyel miniszterelnökkel volt egy csatája a közösségi médiában, és abban nekem az jött le, hogy ez az Európai Unió politikája tulajdonképpen egy zéró összegű játék felé tolódik el. Ön szerint milyen mozgástér nyílik ilyen körülmények között? Tehát hogyan lehet folytatni az együttműködést?
Hát ugye ez egy ideg harc, és ki kell tartani. Tehát egész egyszerűen nem értek egyet a war plannel. Szóval Brüsszelnek van egy háborús terve, és a magyarok azzal nem értenek egyet. Nem akarunk háborúba menni, nem akarunk katonákat küldeni, nem akarunk fegyvert küldeni, és nem akarunk pénzt küldeni. Helyette meg akarunk állapodni az oroszokkal, nem csak Ukrajnáról, hanem egy átfogó európai biztonsági építményről. Mi ebben vagyunk érdekeltek. És itt vannak, akik háborút akarnak nyerni, de hát ez nem a mi jövőnk, ez nem a mi útunk, ez nem a mi gondolatunk.
Voltak olyan európai vezetők, akik közelebb kerültek a magyar állásponthoz?
Not really. Nem. We got a very educative presentation on behalf of the Prime Minister of Belgium. That was not promising.
But will you try and block it? Will you try and block it?
No. The question is, whose money is that? So if it is money of somebody else, Hungary will never touch it.
Fine, but
we are not stealers, so it's, this money is not ours.
Have you spoken to Zelensky today? Have you spoken to Zelensky? No,
I don't.
Prime Minister, on the answer confiscations, so you don't like it, but will you try and block it? The Commission thinks that they can move to approve the rollover of sanctions on QMV. You will have a say on it. Will you try and block the assets plan, or will you let them get on with it but Hungary won't be part of it.
So Hungary will never part of any decision which would take away of money of somebody else, that's sure.
Okay. Will you try and
Do you believe Donald Trump should get the Nobel Prize? He hasn't solved Russia and Ukraine yet.
He deserves it. He deserves it. No question of it.
Voltak olyan közös pontok, amivel tudtok állapodni?
Too many questions on your side. So is there anybody else?
Will you give the guarantee to Belgium?
No, that was a very important point of your Prime Minister, which was a very, it was intellectually very high-level discussion on that. May I say as a lawyer as well, and not just politically, but legally. Okay. And he explained that Belgium needs a mutualization of the responsibility. No way. We are not part of that deal. We will never touch upon of money of somebody else. Therefore, if the European Union decides to touch upon and take away the money of somebody else, we will be not part of that move, definitely. So we don't have any responsibility in the future for that move.
Prime Minister, but you're not.
Yeah, no, I got your question. Please be happy with my answer.
You are saying that others have a worse plan, you have this plan. Do you think they should be scared of Russia, and are you scared of Russia?
We belong to the European Union and we belong to NATO. If you're a member of NATO, which means Turkey, United States, Germany, France, UK, what the hell would we threaten of? And we are a member of European Union, which is far the strongest than Russia. Why we should be afraid of? No, we are not.
Okay. But what about Ukraine? Do you still think?
What about?
Do you still think it's a bad idea that Ukraine will be a member of the EU?
No. Very simple. In Hungary, we had a referendum. People decided. They said we would not like to live together with the Ukrainians in the same integration format. Neither NATO, neither European Union. Full point.
Why is that?
Because if you are together with the Ukrainians in one integration form, the Ukrainians will bring the war in. Because Ukraine is in war. So if they join to integration, we will be also part of the war. That's first thing. The second is plus if they join us. It means that all the money what we have and which is necessary to remodernize or modernize and reconstruct the European economy, instead of that, would go to Ukraine. We don't support that idea. Thank you very much.
With Donald Trump at risk because of your import of Russian oil.
No, there is no pressure on you.
He hasn't asked you.
No, there is no pressure. We are a sovereign country,
You're good friends. He hasn't called you.
There is an idea to kind of circumvent the veto to change the voting from anonymous.
Procedure is regulated legally very clearly. Unanimity, and we don't support
Prime Minister, has he called you?
Consider a membership for Ukraine in the European family?
Yes.
Quick question on the flotilla.